On March 22, 2026, a plane was seconds away from landing safely in New York. Then something appeared on the runway that shouldn't be there. LaGuardia Airport is a cornerstone of American aviation, operating within one of the most strictly regulated and heavily monitored airspaces in the world. Its security and traffic protocols are designed to be impenetrable. Inside the cabin, the atmosphere was relaxed. Passengers were finishing their books or stowing tray tables for arrival. In the cockpit, the pilots were moving through their final pre-landing checklists with routine precision. Outside, the environment was hostile. Zero visibility conditions and a heady storm front forced the crew to fly blind, placing their total trust in the automated instruments and the glide slope computer. The entire flight had been uneventful. For 2 hours, every sensor and radio check confirmed a perfect approach, a streak of normalcy that remained unbroken until a 30-second window before touchdown. Modern commercial flight relies on a carefully maintained sense of security. But when the systems fail, that safety can evaporate in less than a minute. At T-20 seconds, the aircraft is descending rapidly. The pilots are committed to their automated path, eyes locked on the digital displays as the jet sinks deeper into the fog. Inside the tower, the ATC, or Air Traffic Control, operates at a high level of stress. Controllers manage dozens of overlapping flight paths simultaneously, relying on radar to track every movement they cannot see through the windows. At T-15 seconds, radar reveals a fatal anomaly. A fighter truck is directly in the incoming jet's path. Spatial disorientation makes visual correction impossible. The plane descends too quickly, and the truck moves too slowly. Neither crew knows. At T-10 seconds, the tower erupts. Frantic controllers scramble for their microphones, screaming over the radio for the pilots to abort the landing immediately. Even with advanced warnings, human reaction time has physical limits. At this speed and altitude, the sheer momentum of the airliner makes it impossible to override the descent in time. Freeze the clock at T-5 seconds. This collision is the mathematical endpoint of a series of documented failures. Months before the crash, commercial pilots had documented specific safety vulnerabilities at this airport. They warned that the current runway overlaps made a ground collision inevitable. These warnings weren't just internal. Major publications like The Guardian had already reported on the rising number of runway incursions, explicitly alerting the public to the danger. Airport authorities received these warnings and chose to maintain the existing flight schedules. Reducing traffic to fix the safety issues would have meant a significant loss in airport revenue. The crash was the result of a systemic choice. The institution prioritized high-capacity schedules over the red flag raised by the people flying the planes. At T0, the radio chatter stops. The frantic commands from the tower are silenced by the sudden, horrifying force of the impact. For the survivors, the following moments were a blur of sensory shock. The cabin was filled with the smell of jet fuel and the sound of twisted metal, as they struggled to find exits in the darkness. Emergency crews arrived on the scene in minutes, but they were forced to navigate through the burning wreckage while still blinded by the same thick fog that caused the disaster. Investigators from the NTSB, the National Transportation Safety Board, arrived to piece together the failure. The NTSB is the agency responsible for investigating every civil aviation accident in the United States to prevent future tragedies. They identified a massive blind spot in the airport's operations. A total breakdown occurred between the high-type tracking systems in the tower and the basic human oversight required on the ground. If this could happen at LaGuardia, one of the safest airports in America, then where are we really safe?